streaming started. Okay, so I'm starting my streaming now. I have a repetition. Okay, so yesterday I technically just downloaded Arc browser, right, just to try it out. I mean, I'm still learning more about the Arc browser. Right, so checking out some documents about it and like some guides. Or if you have anything cool for me to try out there, let me know. Okay. So we'll be starting today's streaming. So but before we start, so what we're gonna do is we're going to be posting on LinkedIn and we'll be posting on LinkedIn and Twitter. So let's do that. So I have LinkedIn already here. Just need to make a new post. And so let's go. So we can make a new post. Okay, and we'll be getting the streaming URL. Copy that and paste that here. So it's loading a live preview. The only thing I don't like about LinkedIn is I'm literally here. I can cancel it now, but if I post this, I won't be able to do that anymore if I edit. Or maybe I'm doing it wrong, because if I edit now, I'm not able to remove this, because I literally make mistakes on mistake on the post yesterday. So that's the reason why I wanted to edit it. But I did put another link. Back there this morning, because if you click on the link, or this link there, it's going to say the video is unavailable, has been removed, right? But so I put a new one here, which you can literally check out to watch the first the day one. Okay, so yeah, so what is on the agenda today is before we start the agenda today, I have to post on Hex as well. So post. So here we go. I think we should cut this. And yeah, let's post this. I'll probably be posting on Reddit as well very soon, right? But for now, it's just going to be LinkedIn and X, right? So yeah, let's start what we have on our agenda today. So on our agenda yesterday we did the project setup, but today we're just going to be doing a basic CRM type of a thing, like clients, task, right? And setting up the workflow page, like workflows and like the workflow edit page. Hopefully, we're able to get to that point today. Then we make a post, we make a push to a GitHub repo today. Hopefully, we'll be able to accomplish that today as well. Hopefully. So, you can follow me on Twitter and on LinkedIn as well. Yeah, so let's start. So we'll be making use of shadcn. So shadcn. So is a UI library, component library, right? And they really have cool styles that we can use. So we possibly should be using this dashboard. I sort of like it, right? So we won't be implementing theme, whatever, because so we'll be doing the dashboard, the clients, the tasks. We should have tasks here that we can literally use for speed, right? And we also be doing the client. We have, we can use the same table for the clients, and we can use their form for adding the clients, which you can check out. So we just basically make it look neater, more neat, right? We can use the components, or we can go to blocks, and with blocks you'll be able to make use of some blocks. Like you see, you can do lift, and these are the blocks that you can like copy, which is awesome. That we can like literally copy these blocks and stuff, right? This is awesome. Great job to the shadcn team. Okay, so now let's start. So this is where we stopped, and what you have to do is we have to run our dev environment. We also have to run our nps convex, right, to keep the convex running, right? And we can be using this for installations that we might need to do. So then let's open up Ghost. Okay, so there you go. And then we have the profile. And one thing you see is that with Clark, it's just awesome. Like we're able to keep our login state from yesterday till now, which is pretty much awesome. So now let's change this view, right? Let's change this a bit. So with our middleware, we have Clark. We are making the okay. Yeah, so we have the sign in, sign out page. So when we go to the /sign in, let's go to that /sign in. We are not allowed to go there because we already signed. Right. We're having one error on this page. Let's see what that error is. Route is not a catch all. To catch all routes. Okay, that's for the user component. Okay, so we are signed out, and we can now go to the sign in page. So on this sign in page, you can see we're having our stuff here, so we have to make changes to our layout so that we have this component in the middle, right, so that we can have the same thing for sign up as well. Right. So yeah, so let's do that. So we can create a layout inside of the auth, so we can layout.tsx. Okay, so the function, let's call it auth layout, right? So we can make this async, but we really don't need to. We're just trying to use this as, so it's going to take in will be applied across any page that is inside of this auth group, right? So if you're assigned to sign in page, if you're assigned to sign out page, so we have our children to be React Node zip. Let's say let's just do this React React dots props children. So then we can have these children, and one thing that you see is on this page, let's say I put an h1 that says layout. What you see is that this is going to appear across the pages. So if I go to sign in, it says still there. We're going to sign up, it's still there. So that's how it works, right? So that's how it literally works. So then we can now use our layout to style the component. So we're using tailwind CSS, right? We already configured that during the time we are setting up the next project. So here we can use the flex. That's a flex line items center justify center. Okay, that's it. To each screen. Each screen. That should do it to us. Each screen, but the each screen. Oh, we don't use a line. We use item center. Sorry. So now we have this in the center. If we go here for the sign in, sign out as well, we see that there. So that's basically what we just want this page to be, essentially. And we can change the background, but let's go to let's go to global.css. We don't want the body. Let's see. Okay, let's set up shadcn. So let's set up shadcn. So we do npx shadcn-ui latest init. So with the init is going to install all the normal stuff it needs to install. Right. So I'm just going to leave it as late. CSS variable. Yeah. So one thing it's going to do is that it's going to change the global.css, right? And you see component.json, right? You see library, you see util, which is using cn, so that it can match the classes. And then you see components, not this components, actually this one. And I think we put this component in here. We don't want to put it in here. We want to put it in here, actually. So let's change the imports. So we have ads components. There you go. So now let's go back to our page. This is looking awesome. The default style it was using before was the dark mode, but now it's using the light mode. Right. So if we go to the home page, you see to sign in, and yeah, it shows. It's going to be faster than this when this is hosted, right? Though we are still the development stage for this for Clark and Convex as well, right? You can switch to production later. So yeah, so let's close everything, and now let's come back to this page. We literally just want to show home page. So I'm gonna do X center each screen here. That's the page. I'm not doing anything really on this page. So then we're gonna have a div in here, and instead of this div we're gonna have an h1. It's gonna say page, and then it's landing page, and then under that we have a button that we can get from shadcn, right? But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do with a signed out. So if we're signed out, that is when we want to use the sign in button, right? Sign in button. But we want to style it. Sign in button. Let's do this. Let's install a button from shadcn npx that we can install. Is it dot? Yeah. So we could be using accordion. Oh yeah, we need to use space to select. So use space, When you're done, you press enter. So we're going to be using the accordion. Allow dialog. Aspect ratio is for the image. We don't really need that. We're going to be using the filter edge. And you're not going to be using the breadcrumb. We're going to be using the button. We might use the calendar later, but for now, no. The carousel. No. Checkbox. Collapsible command context dialog. For the drawer, let's add it, but I'm not sure if we're going to be using that. For the overcard, yeah, we can be using that for the add button that they have on the workflow. We're going to be using the input. We don't need the OTP, we are not sending OTP. The menu bar, navigation menu, pagination, pop over. The progress is not needed. We're going to be using the resizable for the workflow page. The select, the separator, the sheet. I don't think so, but let's add it. So the slider, we don't need that. The zoner, the switch, we need the table, we need the tabs, we need the text area, we need the toggle, we need the toast as well, we need the tooltip. Okay, then enter. So that's going to install everything into components UI, right? And then you see as it adds everything in here. So you can later come in and delete whatever you don't want to ship with your code. So it's not like you're installing what you don't need. Conflicts. Same with that slash. It should be this dot. Why is it compiling? So we're just going to be using button. It's going to be coming from there, and put the sign in. If they could have like as or something like that, or class name or something. Yeah, but they have children. The mode is modal. We can use modal as a mode. But let's say this is sign in. Let's see how that looks. We go to the home page. We have sign in button, and when we click it, you see it shows a modal instead of redirecting us to the page, which is awesome. If we like, if a user goes to a page that they are not authorized to go, let's say they go to dashboard, we can decide but let's just continue with what we're doing. Okay. Yeah. So we can start the button however we want, even though I don't like we having to do this like this. I don't know. Probably doesn't like it. Anyways, and then we have the sign up. Sign up button. Yeah, so we have those two buttons there. add some separation to them. Let's add a gap of 3. The frame reflex. Then a gap of 3. Okay. So justify center as well. So now we have this, and we can even add, let's say we had the text center as well. Yeah. So the h1 can have class text lg. I think there's lg. We can do extra large text bold, a special styling, just basic. So if you sign out, you get this page. If you're signed in, you get an h2 of come back. So the full name. You get the welcome back, and you get the link. Say go to dashboard, and go to slash dashboard. So if I sign in, we will sign up, sign in to continue. Okay, so paste the link. So it says and now we're signed in, and it will direct us back to the home page. And now you see welcome back. So it's going to show the full name. Yeah, come back and go to dashboard. So you can start this. I think we have beating. There's not beating. PG. Alright. P3. As button. Let's do button. Can add this in the button. Right. Then you have to go to dashboard and click it, and it takes to slash dashboard. So now let's create a dashboard. Now we come in here And let's first create a folder that I'll call main. So this main is like the main application, dashboard, workflow, like because we might have some layouts, we want them to have like the sidebar, the navbar or something like that. So that's why you're having this, so that we can create a layout specifically for that. Okay. Then here we can now create dashboard. So this is just grouping because we're having like parentheses. It's just grouping. It's not a route of like /main /dashboard. It's just a grouping, just for us to be able to like group some component visually and also be able to add a layout if we need to. Oh, but it's just basically and specifically grouping. So dashboard, and in dashboard we have our page.csx, and we can have React functional page, and in here we can have our dashboard. So So that's it for dashboard. So let's do the same thing. So I'm just going to copy this, paste, and we're going to rename these to clients, and then we're going to copy, paste, and we're going to rename these to task, right? Then we have what's the routes for each of those. So we can have client, we can have task. So now if we go, you see we have dashboard, and if we go to tasks, we have the tags, and if we go to clients, we have the clients, right? And here we go. So to go to dashboard, takes us to the dashboard. So now we need to work on the layout, right? So we need the layout for this main. So so I'm going to create a file name layout.csx, right? And in here, let's just write this: export default function. So main layout. So that we're just going to take in children. Props with children, right? And then we return, and here we can have a div. Let's say div and children. So that works. Okay, so in here, let's say we're having div for navbar. Right, so the navbar will be here, because let's go to shadcn. Right, this, we're not using this, I'm not thinking of using that at all. Something like this is going to work better in my view, right? And you probably won't be getting that as a light. So if we go here, we'll be getting the nav. You can see you're getting the nav, the sheet. I think we installed the sheets, right? We added the sheet to the component, right? Yeah, we did. So because they're using sheets, And the reason they are using sheets right here is if you go to the mobile view, I think it's the mobile view, yeah. If you go to the mobile view, you see you're having this, right? And you have to click on this for this to show. That's why they're having sheets. So I think we can use that, or if you go to their dashboard here, we can use this. But I think they're possibly the same thing. So yeah, they're the same thing. So we can use that one that we just saw now. So but first, let's give it a class so like we make the background sort of like muted, sort of a thing, right? So we do pg muted, and let's see how that looks. Now this is how it looks. Let's do h screen. Yes. What do you think? H screen. I like the way it's muted, but let's say we divide the muted by 40. Man, it doesn't make that much of a big difference. So yeah. So for the nav bar, what we're gonna do is in components, I'm gonna create shared, and I'm gonna create nav bar. So tsx support. So nav bar. So we can basically use the one in the building block. So this is enough. We're using this one. Yeah, this. So we have the header, right? We can copy this exact same thing for our words for the dashboard. Let's come here. Let's go to dashboard. We're going to separate them pretty much like immediately, right? Default dashboard, and now you see this is how it looks, right? So now we're just going to extract the navbar, right? That's cool, and I like the way it looks. So you can just extract the navbar. Extract the navbar pretty easily. So let's do that. So this is the header, right? So this is the main thing that we want to extract. So we can come here and replace this here, but then we're gonna need all of this. So you can get here as well. So what we're just gonna do is we're gonna copy everything, and we're going to remove those that we need. We don't need the card, the checkbox, we don't need those. So I think those are like the two things we don't need on this page, on this section, right? So can remove these from the navbar, and if we come here, we see it has gone, and one thing that you notice is we can leave this as the main, right? And can go to our layout, back into our layout. Have PG muted, right? And now we can change this to navbar component, right? From a component, and now we have this. So no matter where we go, so if we go to clients, we're going to see the navbar there. If we go to tasks, if you go to tasks, we're going to see the navbar there. So that's what we're trying to achieve in here. So, but one thing that isn't very like that you need to take notes about this navbar is that these are sort of like static, right? And you see we're having them twice. They show up twice because we're having one in the sheet, we're having one in the main nav, right? So now let's make them should I say dynamic? Yeah, I think I can say that. Let's make them dynamic. Okay, so that should be what do we call that? Nav links, right? You can call it nav links, and you can have the title. So we have the dashboard. We have the link to be /dashboard. So we have the client, we have the task, and we have the workflow /workflows, and using workflows, tasks, clients. So now in here you can have what map of nav link, right? We're basically just returning the link, and this is nav link dot title, and here is basically nav link dot link, right? And yeah, we can add settings as well. Yeah, or we can call it profile or something. Title settings, link / settings. So yeah, we have it. So we can get rid of all of these, right? Basically format this document, and now you see you have our dashboard, our client, task. We haven't added this. So the settings is just gonna be very simple, like very simple. So I'm just gonna copy. So we're going to have this will be workflow, workflows, and this will be settings, right? Our settings is the simplest of all, right? Because we're just gonna have the user profile there, which is already provided by Clark. So we already have. So if you go to settings, see it's in there, right? So for our client to have the necessary padding or margin that is needed or something like that, one thing you notice is that it goes to slash security settings slash securities and stuff, and it's failed. The reason that failed is because we are ought to do it the same way we did for sign in. So we have to create another folder instead of settings that takes in dot settings is right, closes, and inside of here we can move this there. So we can save that, and now clicking on set, you see security works, right? So you can now click on securities, and that's just gonna work automatically. There you go. So to make her the dashboard is sort of, they started from here, the clients start from, like, they are not consistent across. So to do that, we are going to use our layout, and we're just basically just going to have the same main, right, for all of them. So that's exactly what you're just gonna be having there. Pretty simple, nothing special about it. So this one can have like this can have the fragment, and then we can go into the layout right here, and we're going to wrap these around the children, right? Format this, and then now we have them. We'll start from here. So we go to dashboard, to client start from here, tax start from here. So for the settings, they have MX auto, right? You have the max width of 6. So they're having gap because they're having sort of like flex or something there. So is MX auto. If we had settings here, we can't have children, but we can have we can customize it a bit. So for the customization, what I'm just going to do is, I want this settings not to be here, I want it to be in the center. So I'm just going to do that for the settings only. So flex, then we have items center, justify center. There you go. This looks way much better, right? So yeah, this looks way much better, and this we'll probably be using to search for let me say clients at one point, right? But this is going to be way later, right? And this we have to make sure they go somewhere, and this logout works. So let's do that. So we can create a page for support, but we really don't need those. So I'm just going to, because we're running out of time, it's almost 1 hour. So we're just going to go to the components, shared navbar, and here as well we're gonna have for this one, we're going to have the sign out button, right? Sign out button, see, sign out. So that's what we're gonna have for this. So the sign out button is gonna be here, right? For the others, like this settings, it's gonna have a link as it goes to /settings, right? Let's move settings. And for support, we're just gonna comment that out for now. We don't have any support. So clicking on the sign out will sign you out, right? And you're directed. I'm going to /dashboard. Okay, that's still not protected. We still have to protect this. You have to protect this route. So like you don't just come in here. Oh, we can have you come in here, but yeah, we can have you come in here like this. So that was what I was talking about, like the modal stuff. So we can have you come in here, right? There's a sign out. So if you sign out, we ask you to sign in, right? We ask you to sign in, but the mode, is it the mode? Is it the appearance? No, not really. I want the sign in to be a modal. Sign in. So if you're signed in, you get your children. That's just basically it. Yeah, that's basically what you're trying to do. Is if you are signed in, you get your children. If not, you're asked to sign in, you can do that. Like, but this, no. Oh, we can move. Everything like this. To sign in, right? Oh, but I signed up. Sorry. You can move everything here to sign in. Right, and have the children here. And like no matter the page you go, if you're not signed in, you don't get it. So let me sign up. It's Gmail. So, and I think there's one thing that they did. If you go to settings, you see it's auto connected my account, because like I'm having the Gmail. I already used the email to register and verified, right? So it auto connected those two accounts together, but because it saw that they are basically the same thing, right? So now if you see, like if you go over, now we see the page, another signed out, not the signing button or whatever. So it should be the center, but that's not what I want. understand from where they started. So call gmuted 40. Okay, that works. So we have the settings, the workflow, the client, and the sign out is working. Now we are having a good looking thanks to shadcn pretty fast for us to accomplish that. So now we should start dealing with the client's page. So for the client page, we're basically just going to be using shadcn as well. This time we want to use we don't want to deal with much, so let's just use I don't want to deal with image upload, so let's just use the block. Especially we're going to use this other block, right? So we leave that. Now we can copy the code. In here you can have a client table tsx. We could literally have that in like we have clients, or we can just put it in the page, right? Export default page, and this is going to be clients clients who have added whatever, and you have like name, type, status, date. You can have so if we go back to the hub and we go to clients, now you see this beautiful table, right? So this data needs to come back, not needs to come from the backend. That is data. So we're not using a month, right? There's a term they used to use in CRM. For deals, or for like clients, like the money they are paying. I've forgotten that terminology. Yeah, I've forgotten that. But that doesn't matter, actually. So we have the status and the client, you get the email, the phone number, their email, the type there, the status. The status can be something, whatever, I don't know. We're just gonna keep one row and get rid of, we're gonna keep 2 rows. Or let's make 1 row and get rid of everything else, like all the other rows. And we don't need the amount, so this is what we're gonna be having, the client. So for the task as well, we're gonna be using shadcn. And I mean, this is just to add some some functionalities that we'll be able to use in our workflow data to the app, like okay, on clients, when new clients comes in, like when that means whenever you had a client, whenever you update a client, whenever you had a task, whenever a task is completed and stuff like that, right? Do something, so we can use them as triggers, or we can use to like, okay, whenever this trigger happens, create a task, something like that. Okay, so for the tasks, we can get that from here. So we can literally go to their GitHub to get it. Yeah, we can go to their GitHub to get it and see it in here in the app. They have examples, they have tasks, they have the page for task. And the user nav. So if we come here, it says welcome back, here are the tags, and then we have like the image, but we don't need all of this. Like we absolutely don't need all of this. So yeah, we don't need it. What we need is just this task table, right? So which is in here, data table. We're giving them the columns, right? Which is from the component. The data table is from the component as well. Oh, the data schema. Is data schema. Yeah, they're just using this, but we can use the data schema as well to our advantage. So this is the task they're having. The title, the status, the label, the priority. So we can do the same thing. So this is just a fake. So this is schema, right? So let's do that. Let's get the task table down here first. So like then we can start dealing with the database. So we have, this is a column, and having the header, cell, whatever. So I'm gonna copy this, and in tasks we're going to have this kind of component. So like when we're able to keep track of just like so we're using Tanstack React table, and this is supposed to lead to component. So as at slash component slash UI slash bash. For the data, we have labels, we have priorities, we have statuses. So for the data, that's data. And here we have the label, the statuses, the priorities. So look at that data that says TS. So let's install the React icon. Npm install /CRI/React icon. Okay, that's installed. This column we need to change. Wait, do we? We need to change it to, let's use just TS here, but from schema. So they have schema, they haven't, wait, task. Okay. Is for that. So schema.ts, and we're gonna get the schema. I think I have to install Zod, and that's installed. Tags from schema. The column header, the column row actions. We're going to add all of that, and we need to add the tan stack. You could have made like a relatively simpler task, I guess, instead of having to go through all this. Column definition is there, and you can get this from data. So for the data, I think we should just keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. It's getting too much. So we're gonna do the same thing we did for client. Basically the same thing. Right. For tasks. So it's just gonna be tasks. How to keep track of. So that this is gonna be title, and can have the task. This is just ID. Can have the title. Can have the title, the status. The status, the priority. The status, the priority, and we have the action, which we're going to do, put anything there. Okay, that's basically what we're gonna have. And then in here we're just gonna have task title. We're gonna have the status is in progress. It's better if we have like badges and stuff. In progress. This is one. I've used 1.11, and this is a priority. This is medium. We're probably gonna, let's say the badge is just gonna be for the priority only, because you need to see those red stuff, you know, like you need to see those red, like it gives you like the visual to see the red stuff. And these actions can be drop down literally, and to get that drop down, let's use shadcn, and this time let's go to the components, and they have dialog. What's dialog? They have the drop down menu. That's drawing up. Okay, I think we can use this, right? Or do we use not this? I wanted to show, what do we call it? Combo box? No, not even command, so not that. So we're still gonna use the drop down menu, absolutely. This drop down menu. So to use it, just need to add the drop down menu, the drop down components at the top, and just use it down here. Format. Instead of putting it on here, we want to put the three dots. Let's say dots. We need those dots. What's it called? Drop down. Drop. Just need the icon. Dots. Let me say it's dots. Let's see what dots gives us. It gives us just these dots, but that's not what we want. We want 3 dots. We want the 3 dots. How about just putting these dots for now? Yeah, that works. I guess that works for now, right? No stress. So, and if you look at the task they're having here, they're having these dots, which is a button, and we just have like this context stuff. And this drop down. I mean, we can literally just check what was the component that they used for those actions. So row action, and you can see it's dot horizontal. Where is that coming from? It's coming from the React. It's dots horizontal icon. I mean, I did install that. Right. That's ready. Install it. npm install. Why is that not coming in? Is it because it's not a there you go. So now we have that. We don't need the separator. We just need to have a delete. That's all. And if we check the task, they have edits. We're not changing the label, just need the edit and copy. Edit and text. That's all. Okay, thank you. That works. Now we have this. We have been on this for 1 hour 17. So we have the clients, we have the task, we have the settings. For the workflow, we are basically just gonna have workflow table as well. Essentially the same thing that we have for task. The difference is just that where your data is going to be coming from, so we're not wasting much time there, literally doing something we don't need. So workflows, automation, workflows, triggers and actions. There you go. And one thing that I think we literally want to add is it's going to be a button card. We're gonna need a button, so need these guys to come in here, and then to have a div, we can have a button, have add or create workflow, something like this. Yeah, now just to go flex row, justify between. There you go. Items. So I'm going to copy this, and this is literally going to apply for each of them. Either nothing else. Okay, so now we have the create workflow, we have the client create, so we have to change that to create client. Add client, add task. Okay, so we need something on our dashboard just to create the simple stuff that we need for the dashboard. Just this, basically just need this. You can have like the task, clients, workflows, those three things. That would be like the three cards, and just the three cards on the dashboard, so that we sort of leave out yeah, let's copy this. So we have the card. We basically just need the card only. So I'm trying to get rid of these guys. Turn this to div, and then we have another div in there. Format, and then we can go to a dashboard. And there you go. And this is going to be a row. So but we're gonna, yeah, let's do a class name. It's gonna be a row, right? No, we have grid and grid flow column. Is it columns or row? Flow. There's that one more card. Call. Yeah, it's gonna be call. And create cap of 10. And I'm gonna add one more. There you go. And see tasks. Let's start with your workflows. Create workflow. Create client. Create task. Like, I think that's how we can have it. Like, just have like your clients, your tasks. Okay. And these we can just, we can just have the number in here. So text balance. So we can just have like 300, 5,000. Just 100 tasks. Right, but the cap is that small. So we have to do text extra, my extra large. No, just to be that's a 4. That's okay. Yeah. And I'm thinking that we could add like a table on that here, but that's going to be later as we go, because we have spent 1 hour 30 minutes almost, and the stream is meant to just last 2 hours, and we should get what we need to get done, which we haven't. So now let's start working on convex. This is the schema we are using. So I'm not going to be using user anymore. So let me change that to task. Then we have the owner ID. That's not going to be optional. So here is string. With string, we have the task title. We have the status string. We have the priority, which is the string as well. So that's a task. We have the client, define the table, and the same goes for this time. The client has a name string. The client has an email string. The client has a type v dot send that string as well. Think does the client have again the name, the email, the type, the status, the date. The status. All of this is going to be defined from the front end for now until further notice. Yeah. So then in here you're gonna change this to client. Then this is gonna be client, and the name is box name. So we need to get the status, the string. We need to get the type string. We need to get the name email. Get the email. We need the string as well. So we have the email. So we can literally just destructure it instead of using this. So we can just use. We can destructure this. The name, email, status, and type. Right. So we can just pass in directly like that, status and type. Right. For the owner ID, we have to use start. How do we get ID? Where do we get the ID from? Okay, they only have, they mostly use their email. Okay. Then that means we literally just have to pass in the owner ID as well. The owner ID has to come in as well. So then we want to return the not authenticated, but just like we did it, want to try now. So we do the user. So instead of adding user, you add client. So okay, clients. So we're going to be getting clients and return the clients, right? So this time within tasks. So let's literally go for tasks. So for the tags we need title. We need the title. We need the styles. We need the owner ID, the query. So these are we need. Thank you. And then we need to give this to this. Then we need the type. So we have this to be tasks. It's task. And these are tasks. Add task. Get clients. So get task. Right. So same thing goes for this. It's clients. So there we go. So the back end of adding tasks, getting tasks is basically completed, right? So if we go to hack and we go to our convex stop there, right, we log in. Go to our workflow builder. Our data, you can now see we have client, task, and this we can literally just get rid of it. Delete table and indexes. You're not using users anymore, so we have the tags table, right? And you can see our functions are added as well. This that belongs to task, this that belongs to client. Okay, so now we can show them, can try to get them. So let's do that. Let's go to their page. So let's deal with the client first. So this is a server-side component, right? So we need to be able to get a client, right? Which is going to be fetch. I think it's fetch. This is fetch query. Fetch query. Let's see, is it fetch query? Waiting. So can read that way. We can use the if it is React. Yeah, server-side rendering as well. Yeah, that's preload task. Here now using the preload query result. So yeah, this is a fetch query. That's what I was looking for. Fetch query. Why am I not getting the fetch query? Sure do have next.js as of that. So fetch query API that client that gets client. With this get client, we need to pass in an owner ID, which is the string collect dot filter, right? Client where client dot feed owner ID equals ask dot ask dot ID. That we should use equals no, that's not gonna work. So as in the database, reading data, we do the collection, so we do the query, so filter query that equals a see, I'm just learning this too, so I'm learning as I go. Q dot equals q dot field, which is the owner ID equals, right? No, not equals. You already have the equal function that eq is eq equals ask that's owner ID. That's no, you don't do that. Let me just do owner ID so equals an ID, right? So format that we've been on this. Oh, 2 hours is almost up. So next user equals get user get auth. Now we just use auth. Is ID. So we have an ID to be user ID format, and then can have our client map client. So then can pass this table row in there, format, and then here we can have our client name, right? Client and that email, client dot status, client dot type, and client dot created date. Okay, so date added. So literally we're gonna have nothing in there by now. Right, it's gonna be empty. So there's one thing we sure need to do is if it is empty, I think we sure need to add a row, right? And a table cell, and that table cell can span 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, can span 5, client edit. Think can do that, right? Table row format. So that double question mark could have worked, but no. So if that doesn't work, then we'll have to do the client dot link. This client dot link, then do this, else do this. Yeah, so no client at it, and then we can have a text symbol. So there you go. So we're gonna do the same thing for task as well. So we're just basically gonna copy whatever we have here. We're gonna go to the task page, right? So import auth, import the fetch query, and we import the API, and we do get tasks, those tasks, that's get tasks, and then we need to make this async. And for this we have task, and for get task we are also expecting what this argument as well for the task, and we are doing the filtering in and telling that the this has to be outside. Yeah, so format this, and now we have the task as well. We have the task as well, so the same thing goes in here. We have tasks only. If there's task only, then we'll do task the map. We have passing the task, and then we return with the table row. Right. This is the table elder. Else, just copy this and change it to. I think they clearly just have almost the same thing, right? And task added. So we can take all of this, paste it in here, format this, right? Then I have the task title, task dot title. Come on, the time is almost up. Task dot was stars. Task dot priority. Yeah, and this are gonna be buttons. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you just have to spam 4. So we'll go to task as well. Task domain. Do you want to map it? Else not. Sure. Okay. Here you have the add task button. And for the workflow, we're sure gonna do the same thing for the workflow. But we don't have the schema for the workflow yet, because the workflow is going to be sort of different. And so we need to be able to add client and task. Then we deploy this and we push this to Git. Right. So this add client is going to be a component, a client component. Client component. So add task open tsx, add client button .tsx, right, and function export. So what is going to happen is that we're going to be using the modal, right? Like we're using shadcn modal, and because if you see they should have somewhere here with they probably don't have any. But let's go to components, and they should go to modal, or what do they call it? What did they call it here? I've forgotten what we call it here. It's not popover. It's not popover. Absolutely not popover. Dialog, yeah. Dialog. So we need to add dialog. And this is how we had dialog. So our dialog is just gonna be this. Yeah, this is this. So task, and then we can use this. Instead of using this button, we're going to be using this add task button here, and the same thing goes for client. We're going to be using the add client button here, right? Wait, so let's go to task, and what's this? I want the block. So add task button, we're going to remove the variant, and in here we're expecting an ID. So ID, which is going to be string. Let's just we're expecting to pass. Do we need that? I don't really think we need that. Should we have to create tags anyway? Really? So we have this half, and there we're able to get the user ID, right? Because this is going to be a client component. Absolutely. Client component. Yeah, we already done this to client component. What's the issue again? Yeah, shows it. So for adding the task, yeah, form, right? So we need to add form. So we're going to be using shadcn form. Come on, this is taking longer than I want. I'm fucking serious. This is taking longer than I want. So I'm just going to paste this here. Already have everything. Already have impute. So just going to copy this and paste this here, right? So that we can use the form. So we have the form schema. We have the title. We have the status. We have the type. And what do we have for tasks? Title, status, priority. Status, priority. Status is required. Priority is required. Is required. And the don't really need, that's not in the form anyways. So then we can use this form in here, right here, just right here, that form, right? So then we can do form const form equals this form, right? Yeah, So there you go. So we have the default values is, and we have the owner ID to be user ID. Owner ID zero string. That's it. So now we have this to be title. Right. We have title. That's it. VNT. And what's inside of the payload? Use payload. Payload. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we just can leave it, no default value, so that this doesn't complain. We put title, right, and then we have title. So we might not be able to finish this. So we have an empty payload and this. So that's what we're gonna use. And yeah, we can get rid of this one. The footer, done a footer. So click on that task. You see this, right? And the task details new, and there you go. And the title. Yeah, we use React book form. So we have the resolver. Right. And we submit. Now it should be required. So it's required. It doesn't have the required, but you have the string. Message is this. So the same thing is applicable to these as well. We don't need the main. We need the message and the Yeah. So we just need to add the remaining ones. That's all. And we don't even need up to that. We need 1, 2, 3. We need just 3. As 1, 2, 3. So we need the title, the status, and the priority. So for now, we just leave them all as string. Make sure that they're submitting. So it takes in value. If you come here, you see it takes in value of the schema. And you'll be able to use the value here. And just for us to continue here, so this is what we use. We use that's optional. It's optional. So we're going to complete, like we're going to add the owner ID. We don't need to even put it here at all. So and we're going to unsubmit. So what we would first want to do is we want to do add task equals to use query. So we want to use query. No. Use mutation. We want to use mutation, and that mutation we want to use from API task or task. Right. So we have this add task. So this is sync with add task, and then we spread the values and also the owner ID to be user ID, which is there. So for this button, you disable it when form status is submitting, right? And submit the title status. I don't know. From schema. Is that the problem? That's not the problem. Saying the form schema. So we have the title, the status, the priority, and submit. use a task. Can submit, and then you get from priority. I mean, they're basically the same thing. They're literally the same thing. Like, I'm confused. Anyway, the type of form schema. The priority is here, I think. There might be a mistake, but it's still there. The title is there. The title, the status, the priority. I don't know how to sort. I don't know what to do here. Really, file is missing the following property from type. It's missing title or string. Or string. To be this. And we're just gonna submit this to Frank. And let's go to convex and see that is submitted. And we will have to continue the stream tomorrow. Yeah, so we have one task coming, and if we go back to the page, yeah, we have the task. Medium submit. So the reason we submitted and this doesn't update is because we are using a server side loading. Like, we are preloading the task from the server side, right? We can change that only by changing this task. So if we change this task to use fine, right, we have to change this to use auth, and get rid of auth, and then we have to change this to use query, right? We're not using the fetch, so it's use query confix. Yep. And we're not having an await, we're not having an async either, and use query. So we're having tasks dot yeah, is it use queries? To use query, not queries. But why are we getting this task error stuff? We check this from convex. Optimistic update. See use mutation. Use mutation. optimistic. No, we're not in server rendering. We're doing optimistic update. Yes. React. Yeah. Let's see. I think it's use. Is it paginated query? I don't think so. It's not. It is use query. Oh. Yeah, it's use query. Okay. No. Use query, and then you get the results of the query, right? And wait, let's go to task. Is it because no, I didn't had it. I had well, I said it. Maybe it's because whew. We could say 5 days and wait. I'm just curious. I'm fucking curious why that is not working. Tasks. So use mutation, use preload query, use queries. I mean, I have to figure this out. Like, then So we have the use query. This seems old. Well, I guess we'll have to continue this tomorrow, since we already have our fetch, which is working, and also we'll get a solution for this for tomorrow as well. So, and things we'll be doing tomorrow is we'll be making this reactive, right? Like whenever you had task, see, do you have the button? That's failing. Let's see. Oh, task. Yeah, add task button. Which is this, and we have this. It's probably failing because of this unsubmit. So for now, I'm just gonna say any, right? Just to save us from this, guys. Task. Yeah. This is failing because of this. It's causing the problem. Okay, yeah, cool. So yeah, that's it. Tomorrow we're going to continue make this task good. The client as well, we'll be able to add client. We do the add client button as well, right? And we work on the create workflow as well, and we have our workflow build-up section tomorrow. So thank you for joining today, and see you tomorrow.